This is Phoenix from Nova Scotia Car Shows. We're going to take a look at John and Terry's 1964 Mercury Comet. I'll hand it over to Terry and see what she can tell us. Enjoy the video.
Okay, so this car actually belongs to my husband, John, and it's a 1964 Mercury Comet 4-door. It is a 289 with a 4-barrel factory. She's automatic. She was bought on the 13th of June in 1964 at Mariner Motor Mart Limited in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia by the Tanner family of First South in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. She's had a few upgrades since we bought it. We took the single stage braking system off, put a dual braking system on, put power steering into it, which makes it a lot easier to park, and a CD stereo radio in it. A strange thing that Mrs. Tanner did when she bought the car, the same day she bought it, she had the 14-inch wheels and tires taken off and 13s installed. It did come with the original 14s though, so we still have those. She has the 404 trim package. It is not the size of the motor, which a lot of people think. It's not. It's just the trim package, which is pretty much equivalent to like the Calientes. So she's had some touch-ups of paint over the years. She's been pretty much a maritime car her whole life. She spent some time in Newfoundland, some time in Cape Breton, and the majority of her life has been spent here in Nova Scotia. It's a nice car to drive. It rides along smooth on the road. She's got lots of power, lots of trunk space, at least 3 body size, if you're into that. The upholstery shows its age in places. Disregard the Irish Spring soap. It's November and that's for mouse control, hopefully. The wonderful thing about a 4-door car is you can put your buddies in there and your friends in there and your girls in their high school prom dresses, and they don't have to crawl over top of anything or anybody to get in there. The stick on the floor there is because when we changed her from standard steering to power steering, that was the only way to get it to shift now. So it's a little different than what she originally came with, but it shifts good. So
Yeah.
It's a fun car. I didn't, when we first went to look at it, he saw it on the internet, and I looked at the pictures and thought, oh my God, that is an ugly car. It looked like it had 2 different tone seats in it, different colors, and anyway, we went to look at it. The guy had already had it away for storage for the winter, but we went to look at it anyway. And it was a lot nicer car than the pictures made it look. So this cross member here was changed out so that the newer braking system could go in. Otherwise you had to cut part of it out, and since it supports your struts and stuff, that's upper control arm, something, I don't know. Anyway, we didn't want to cut it, so we ordered a big bar thing.
Yeah.
If it was a Mopar, I could tell you. I'm a Mopar person, so. But, like I say, car works good. Fun to drive. She's never given us any issues or problems. We've never had to really do anything other than regular maintenance for it. So, as you can see, it has a fairly large trunk. Lots of storage space. And to confuse the people who like to put gas in their cars, the gas cover is hideaway. Not that anybody has attendance at the gas station anymore, so you pretty much have to do that yourself these days. Okay, in 1998, in the Annapolis Valley here in Nova Scotia, Canada, a bunch of car people got together and they formed a car club. It's called the Annapolis Valley Cruisers Car Club. It is now 26 years old. I joined the car club in 2000, and at that time I drove a 1969 Plymouth Barracuda fastback, which I sold a couple of years ago and replaced it with this little Mustang, but I am still a Mopar girl and will always be a Mopar girl, and someday I'll have another Mopar, but in the meantime this little Mustang fits the bill. It's a 2000. It's just a basic model, convertible, but it's a nice little car, so maybe someday when I'm done with it, Phoenix might get it. Because I kind of stole it before he could buy it. Anyway, the car club, everybody assumes is an antique car club, but it's not. It is a car club that is open to anyone who is like-minded with a vehicle, that they like to cruise, go to car shows, get-togethers. We do a lot of get-togethers. We eat a lot of ice cream. We have an annual potluck picnic. We have an annual corn boil, which this year was done in the pouring rain, but was still a lot of fun. Right now, the car club has 38 couples in it, and most all of us have at least 2 vehicles that are eligible for antique plates. But we have, the oldest in our club is a 1929 Oakland, which belongs to a gentleman in our club who is a mechanic, and he works on old cars. He's very good at it. And the newest is probably, I would say, about a 2014 or 2015 Mustang, actually. So we are very open to pretty much anyone who wants to be in the car club. It's a fun group. We have a lot of good times, and we don't travel outside of Nova Scotia, but John and I have taken the old cars up through the United States and stuff, and it is fun when you're traveling with an old car. Even if it breaks down, it's not an issue because someone will stop and go, "Hey man, I really like your car. What's wrong?" And they'll help you out. So it's a lot of fun. So someday this will turn into a Mopar again, I think, I hope. We'll see. So it's a fun little thing to drive. Nice to have the wind in your hair.
Yeah.
But it is not a 69 Barracuda. And I have taken a lot of razzing from a lot of people because I had the Barracuda for probably 25, 26 years.
Oh, really?
So it was kind of my signature car. So, but the car club is open to anyone that would like to join of any age. We don't care if you're young, old, or in between. If you like to cruise and get together during the winter, we don't cruise, of course, but we do have a social night, meetings and social nights every month through the winter. And we play games and cards, and it's a lot of fun. And it kind of breaks up the winter.
Yeah.
So, it's winters in Nova Scotia can be kind of long.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but that's our car club. We're a good bunch. Okay, this is a short clip on not what you see, but what you don't see. On the 19th of September, a friend sent us an ad on Marketplace because he knew we were looking for a project truck. So, the ad said, for sale, F-150 1979 Ford regular cab long box pickup. Great. Price was good, $2,300, just what we were looking for. So, husband called. He gets a young lady on the phone, asks for pictures. She sends pictures. Pictures don't look too bad. So we asked for a phone number. She called. We spoke to her on the phone. Then we requested more pictures, which is normal when you're looking for something.
Yeah.
So she sent us a video of a walk around of the truck. Motor running, undercarriage of the truck, inside of the cab, everything. Whatever you'd want to know about the vehicle, which was great. So we thought, okay, yeah, this is just what we're looking for. So talking to her on the phone, got a little history on the truck. It was her dad's truck. He has since passed away. Mom would like to sell the truck. It's just sitting there. Mom can use the money. Okay. So, she then asked for a deposit on the truck, which is not out of the question. So we sent her, by e-transfer, $1,000 to hold the truck. And a couple of times it said better not be a scam, because we can't afford to lose the money. It's not a lot of money, but we can't afford to lose this. Oh, no, it's the truck is there on the farm. She gave us the address to the farm. I looked it up to make sure that there was a farm there. There is indeed a farm there. And Mom says that the original rims to the truck are in the old barn. If you want to hunt through the old barn to find them, you can have them. No charge. Great, we'll hunt through the old barn. Made arrangements to borrow a friend's trailer, and our friends went with us on Sunday. We're going to go with us on Sunday to pick the truck up. Sunday morning, she calls again that Mom would like to know, could you pay the rest of the money for the truck or she has a gentleman that's here that has the cash for the truck, and she'll sell the truck to them and send you back your deposit. We really didn't want to lose the truck, so against better judgment, I sent her the remaining $1,300 for the truck and expressed my concern that the truck had better be there when we get there. Oh yes, yes, not a problem, it'll be there, I can guarantee it. Well, nothing in life is guaranteed these days, I don't think. So anyway, Sunday morning, beautiful day. Get in the truck, pick up our friends. We drive 3 hours to the farm in Antigonish. Pull in the yard. There's a farmer standing there. And he's like, "Can I help you?" And John said, "Well, we're here to pick up the '79 Ford." And he's like, "Look, bud," he says, "I'm sorry to tell you this." He said, "But there is no '79 Ford truck here." He said, "And you are the second person this week to arrive with truck and trailer to pick up said truck. It's not here. It's a scam. They're using our address and there's nothing we can do about it." So, needless to say, we were not impressed. It was not a very talkative drive home at times. So, when we get home, in the meantime, I did have the girl's cell phone number. I tried to call her.
Yeah.
No go. Either blocked, or it could have been a burner phone or something. Anyway, she's not picking up. So we get home, and I immediately called our bank, whose attitude was less than helpful. And she says that, well, there's nothing we can do. You used e-transfer, and e-transfer is only to be used between immediate family members. It's not meant to be used to make purchases or to buy anything off the internet or anything like that. It's only meant for immediate family transfers. I'm like, okay, great. Doesn't make sense, but sure, all right. And he then proceeds to tell me that the account that the e-transfer had gone into had already been flagged for internet fraud. And I'm like, why is it still open? Oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it. I'm like, yes, you could have shut it down. Well, no, they'd only have to change the number and they'd have another one anyway. So the bank doesn't care. So the next step was to send a message through to Facebook Marketplace, but because the culprits had already deleted the ad, there's nothing Facebook Marketplace can do. The ad is already gone. So that avenue is shut to you if you try that. So the next thing was the RCMP. So Constable Irving from the Kingston, Nova Scotia detachment came, and she took all the information and it goes to the RCMP Internet Frauds Division. They make a record of it. They don't actually do anything about it, but they do make a record so that the names are on file, and if it does go to court, that file has been created so that it is there. We do know full names, where they live, and where they work. But unfortunately, in this day and age, the law protects the guilty more than they do anybody else. Hello, George. That's George. Big golden retriever who doesn't like strange people, so he won't come any closer. Anyway, right now, the $2,300 is gone. As you can see, yes, I have my ass sitting on an old truck, but it is not a '79 Ford pickup. This old girl was free. Out of the woods, off the rock pile, which was a lot better than losing $2,300. But lesson learned, if you are buying a vehicle off the internet, request something that is now, recent, date it. If you can't go see it, call a garage in the local area. Have them send someone to look at it. It might cost you a few bucks, but it's not going to cost you what the vehicle is going to cost you to lose. And most mechanics, you know, they know old cars. They'll go look and give you a report on, yeah, it's a car, it's there. If you are looking at a vehicle on the internet, do your homework. Send someone to look at it if you can't. Call a local garage in that area that the vehicle is. If they will not give you an address where the vehicle is, don't even consider it any longer. Yeah. If they, like these people did, ghosted us, I think they figured as soon as we left the yard, they ghosted everything. They erased all the history and there was no recourse. So hopefully they will get charged. They may not. We will never get the money back, but we're still looking for a project. But lesson learned, if we can't look at it, it will not be purchased. Yeah. So watch your back. The internet's full of scams and cheats. So good luck out there if you're looking for a vehicle. Sometimes you can find one free.